Just wanted to speak briefly on our third annual Diversity Coaching Summit. It's something that right from the jump, year one, we didn't know if we were going to be able to get pulled off, and just through the great support of the organization, Kevin Quasey was something that we were able to get rolling right away, and it's really grown since then. The organization's embraced it, and I feel like it's really gone from just kind of like a thought to reality, and to me it's accomplished everything that we wanted it to. So we have access to 10 diverse coaches coming in here, that they can kind of show their stuff and get exposed to us. As you guys know, in the coaching world, a lot of the hiring process is familiarity, and so that way when you can spend some time around some folks and get to know them a little bit, it certainly opens some doors, and it gives them the opportunity to come and be exposed to what we do and how things are done at the NFL level, and ultimately in the 3 years that we've done it, we feel like we've got a pretty good list, a short list of people that we would hire. Coaches have been recommended to other teams and have been hired. So it's just something that really proud of, and hopeful that we can grow it to the point where we provide a template for the rest of the league. Because I just see there's the Bill Walsh program, and this would just be a supplement, and it's more looking to identify young coaches that would be more entry level type jobs.
Growing it, what are some of the things you've heard from participants that have helped you kind of inform how you're doing it now?
Just the positive, the positive feedback. Just the experience that they were provided with was just we kind of reached out to them and surveyed them afterwards, and they have a great experience with it. We feel like we worked out some of the bugs after year one, and now we have it where it runs pretty smooth. The coaching staff has really embraced it. Year one, we just cast a real wide net and looked for a lot of candidates and did a lot of interviews, and once the staff saw what it was all about, the last 2 years we found candidates solely based on recommendations from within, which is always a good thing. So we would get maybe 20, 25 names and be able to interview and vet it down and get it to 10.
What about a template for the league? Have you had anybody from other teams just reach out and inquire about what
I haven't, but there's some folks kind of on the fringes of the league that I've spoke to about it, and I think that's something that's that's more than likely on the horizon.
Why is this important to you? I'm sure it's a lot of extra work on top of what you're doing.
It is. I mean, I've just always been in pay it forward mode. I mean, I grew up in a football family, and it's just something I've identified a while back as a need. You hear people talk about the Rooney Rule and the need for more diverse candidates, and I just feel like you're going to grow a tree. It's got to be from the bottom, and I know it takes time, but when you can have a lot of quality young coaches in the league, and one of the points we emphasize is their use of technology. Is because I always because I was a quality control guy for a bunch of years, I always kind of have I have a soft spot for guys like that, and I always felt like those guys down the road make the best coaches because they've been exposed to everything, had to break down all the film, understand all the positions in order to break it down. So no, that's to me that's I felt like that's the ideal way to do it.
And the importance, you spoke of casting a wider net, just broadening, you grew up in a football family, someone may not have, but have that huge knowledge. How important is it then to widen that net?
It's every year, and I think it's the more that we can reach out, and like I said, I think the staff has done a great job of identifying coaches from across the country, all different, and I hate using the term levels of football, but all the different classifications of it. We have a bunch of we have some big school guys here. We have some small school guys there. I had not heard of Southern Arkansas until we were able to bring in Kyle Washington. So the message to them was no matter where they are, When young coaches ask for advice, I always like to tell them, don't look for a better job, do a better job. And I think football is such a fraternity that when you do good work, people recognize that and word spreads.
See the investment in these young coaches. Do you or other members of the staff think back to those who invested in you at an early age?
I do, and I was very fortunate. My early days, I was with the Ravens, and I just got, Coach Billick told me, he goes, we don't need much help on offense, but our D-line coach Rex Ryan doesn't have anybody working with him. So I just got thrown in that room with him, and and we hit it off, and we're together. Had a bunch of great years together. So I was just very thankful to have mentors, like Rex. Mike Nolan, Brian Billick, just other coaches that I've been around that took the time, because I've seen some that don't, but take the time to, you want to grow the game, and you want to train guys to do it the right way, and I get a little quirky with my OCD sometimes, where I'm trying to get them, their idea of what's good enough needs to match my idea of what's good enough. So. No, I just think if you're going to do something, do it right, and that's what we try to instill in these guys.
Dallas Turner question.
Sure.
Well, just from what you saw in college and how he played a versatile role in different spots, I guess how much of that can translate over to the NFL from what someone did in college?
And I'm sure, having seen us play last year, you understand that how much we'd like to have versatile athletes. It was one of the big reasons that we signed, Andrew Van Ginkel, was this is a guy that can play on the ball, off the ball, and play at a high level. So flow has never been one where you just kind of line up and, hey, here we're 4-3, and here's our 4 down linemen, and it's easy to identify that you have to have just much better talent a lot of times than the other team, and when you feel like you're, if you don't have that, or even if you do, the ability to create confusion for offenses is to me is critical. When it's hard for them to know, is this guy a rusher? Is he going to drop? Where's he going to line up? Is he versatile enough to rush inside, rush outside? And that was one of the things. Not only was we felt like Dallas was the premier rusher in the draft, we also felt the bonus was his versatility. That he played, going back to his 2 years ago, where he played a little bit more off the ball and did some good things then. So, we're thrilled to get. We're always looking for versatile, explosive athletes, and he checks all 3 of those boxes.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.